All right, today we're going to do a little update, so we're going to talk about the company and some things like that. But first, the intro. Hey, OV, good to
Hey,
talk to you
dude.
again, man.
Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you.
How are you doing today?
Another day in paradise.
Yeah,
Working.
well, working hard, huh?
Nothing you can do. If you don't work,
Well,
nobody will. You know how it is. So,
yeah, nobody's going to work for you, huh?
uh, I don't know what to say.
They'll work for you, but they're not going to do your work for you. Well,
That's what I
anyway,
was about to say.
so
I'm not gonna do my work. But yeah, they will work.
yeah.
I hope so. You know, I hope so. I don't pay for no
Yeah.
reason. So far, I pay everybody
So
for a reason, and they're good. All of them are great
yeah,
team, great people.
sorry, accidentally hit the wrong button. So sorry, amateur hour over here. My bad. So what's going on with the business right now? What's clicking? What's not clicking? What's new?
Right now, it's working pretty good. I mean, I would
Yeah.
say this month. Yeah, I mean, the company go up. I mean, we're doing good numbers. Thanks God. I can't complain.
All right. What do you
Yeah, I
why
mean,
what's going on? What's that?
well, it's more freight moving. People back to work, I guess. Shops getting like packed. I mean, unfortunately, I cannot show it to you because I'm in my office, but shop is like packed.
Yeah.
Body shop is. I mean, we just hired 3 more people to body shop because body shop and truck shop because we cannot face it. It's too much work right now. It just flooded.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so that's interesting. Yeah, we talked a little bit about that last time. That there's more body shop work. People are doing more body. Why do you think that is during the pandemic? That people just
Couldn't
decide
do
to get
nothing.
their car?
If you stay home, what's gonna happen
Yeah,
to your
that's
car?
true.
Unless somebody hit your car by mistake. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something fall from the sky and damage it. Other than that, you know.
Yeah, maybe usually they need their car, right? Like they didn't get the body work done because they needed it, but now they don't, I guess, huh? They're staying
Yeah,
at home.
a lot of people, before they was needing it, but they didn't do it because the pandemic hit, and
Yeah.
when you run out of jobs, when insurance pay, they don't care. They fix it. But if it's your fault and you gotta pay from your own pocket, or there are people who don't have insurance, to
Yeah.
cover their property, so they have the liability, but not for the property. I mean, you know how it is when you have to pay like two, three, four, five, $8,000 from your pocket. With pandemic, no job, sitting home, people
Yeah.
refuse to do it. I mean, I guess they just refuse it. Period.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I noticed. So you've got a lot more trucks over on for the logistics side. Seems like you guys have a lot more trucks.
Yep, we got another 25 new trucks. Uh, yeah, we work in a partnership with one of the guys from Wisconsin. I consider one of my best friend. I don't know if you consider me like that, but that's how I try to consider him. From Mid
Yeah.
State.
Okay.
Great, great people, awesome people. So I just got another 25 trucks. We put them on the road. We have about,
Nice.
I would say, 9, 8 left. You know,
Yeah.
and pretty quick.
Yeah.
I mean, we put it within like a week and a half, 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty good.
And do you have drivers to fill all those trucks?
Well, we fill up so far. We fill up. I thought we have about 8 or 9 left.
Yeah.
I always like to keep 1 or 2 as a spare because you know how it is. A truck broke down,
Yeah.
something. So just put a driver on another truck while you fix the other truck. I mean, things happens. Obviously
Yeah.
in this industry. But yeah, I mean, we have about. Let me check right now, and I will tell you. Give me 1 second, and I tell you. I think we have about like 20, 19 or 20 application for jobs already.
Wow.
That's in the
Yeah,
last.
I saw that you were looking for drivers.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
And so how much do you pay? How much do you pay for
I'm
driver? Are
sorry,
you still
12,
looking?
I'm sorry, 12 application right now.
12
It was
applications.
19. We got 7, so 12 drivers are coming. So
Okay.
basically, I have more drivers than trucks again.
So are you still looking for drivers, or always looking for drivers? Or
You always hire because I'm always gonna buy more trucks. I mean, if
Yeah.
economy is gonna start working, the only way you're gonna do it and you're gonna grow it is buy more trucks. Period. Obviously, you have to make sure everything is smooth with everybody else, and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean,
well, so I saw on Facebook there was some controversy over how much you pay, but somebody explained it to me, was telling me that there's a big difference between the 20% of gross and 50 to 60 cents per mile, because there's some people that don't want to drive all the time or something like that, right?
Judah, let me put it how it works normally. I mean, those people who are a lot of controversy, they are the people who is always talk. Put there that you pay 40% for gross, they will always talk. Put that you pay 10%, they will always talk. Those are people who are nothing more than just BSs and full of crap. People who has nothing else to do. They are the one who always talk bad about you. I mean,
they're just negative people.
Negative, people who probably divorce the third wife and stop any single truck stop, to every single strip club. I mean, those are the people who are talking like a normal guy, in my opinion, and a smart guy. If you don't like it, just don't comment.
Yeah.
Me, if I don't like something, I do not comment. Even politics, you will not see me saying something bad. Usually, I prefer to zip it. Or if I say something, I don't say nothing negative. It's like, I don't agree with this part, but if it's good for you and it works, perfect. And whatever they say, you look at the number. 20% of the gross means 20% of the whole total amount you make that month of the truck. Well, I don't know what other driver what they do, but we are doing like $30,000 to $45,000 a month gross per truck. So we're talking about like 20% of that money. Now. Let me tell you how it works. Most of them, they go like 28% and trying to, that's why I put per mile too. But if you saw one of the comments was not, hey, how much you pay per mile? It was like only one guy who was smart and actually he even applied. Most of them they say, oh, 20%, that's too cheap, blah, blah. The 20% is coming like 50 to 60 cents a mile normally. So what I do, I'm starting when I heard somebody, I'm starting at 50 cents a mile, 45, 50 cents a mile. I normally start 45, 48. After 1 month, I go to 50, 55 based on how you do it. If you got experience, if you have a good record, if you are good with the dispatcher, if you're not late, you're not, if you are a good driver overall,
not everybody has
not troublemaker, not a troublemaker.
Yeah, that's not a troublemaker.
If you do your job, you're getting like 57, 60 cents a mile over solo. I mean, that's good money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good money. I mean, my drivers are making like good money. I'm not going to say what and how because, I'm not saying, hey, my company is better than another one. No, it's not true. All of them are, I think so. It's based on how you manage your own company. That's how it's going to be. If you manage it good, the company's going to be good. Yeah, period.
And for 20% of the load, for 20% of the gross, that's for people that they don't want to drive all week, every week. They can take the bigger loads, right? The more expensive loads.
They cannot choose. You're still a driver, period. Your pay per mile or your pay per gross, in my opinion, is still the same amount of money you're gonna make. No company is gonna come to tell you, hey, I give you per gross because you're gonna make 12,000 a month, but per mile you're gonna make 5,000 a month. I mean, that's a capital BS. Because it's. I mean, obviously, if you put per mile, a driver has to be smart enough to say, man, if I make this many miles, I make 3,500 miles, 4,000 miles a week. If I'm a driver and drive my ELD, my logbook, and I'm making 4,000 miles a week, I'm making 4 times 50, 55, 60 cents a mile. Now the people who are doing per miles, I mean per gross, usually are the people who are doing like short loads. They're doing like loads going to Kentucky and stuff like that. So in that case, working per mile is not going to work.
Right.
Because
that's what it was. Yeah,
what
the
it
short
is.
loads. Yeah.
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense.
And most of the companies, here's the trick. Most of the companies who are comment or argue or negative people,
Yeah.
they're doing short loads, 200, 300, 500 miles a day.
Yeah.
And they will never be able to keep a driver per mile if they pay that amount of money.
Right.
I mean,
Exactly. Because there's not enough miles if you're doing short loads.
if I'm a truck driver and I've gone from home, for a month or 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 6 weeks, 8 weeks, wherever they're away, I mean, that's a big sacrifice, especially for a guy with a family. I mean, listen, with all respect, it's a huge sacrifice.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
I mean, you see, you're away from home, and oh man, it's hard, to be. When you have a wife, okay, but when you have kids involved,
yeah, it's a long time.
So you want the drivers to make money,
Yeah.
So
you want them to be happy. Yeah.
Yes.
I get that.
Coast to coast, that's the way they make money.
What was that last thing? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. What?
Coast to coast, and that's the way they make money, basically. Because they make a lot of miles. Speed limit is higher, so they make money on that point.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, well, moving on. Also, some big stuff in the works for the building and stuff like that. We're looking at redoing the whole building, doing a new building, right?
Yes, I mean, the whole building gonna be changed completely. It's gonna be, the distribution inside, where I'm gonna have the warehouse. We're gonna have the main offices. It's gonna change a lot. Think about it. It's one of the. I mean, it's exactly 125,600 square feet. Building size. So it's huge. I mean, the whole exterior is gonna be changed. I mean, of course, it takes time. It's not gonna happen in like 1, 2, 3, 4 months. Obviously, that's a big project. But that's what we're gonna start. We're gonna start with the shops. We're gonna start with the parking. Concrete all the parking, redo. That's the first thing is gonna happen. Basically, the parking lot.
Oh man, I know how the parking can be bad there. So that's awesome. That's gonna have a lot more parking, a lot more space.
Yes, we're gonna have a way much more. Yeah.
Especially with all those new trucks, like I don't even know where you're going to put them. I guess they're on the road right now.
Well, they're on the road, and I have multiple property where I have multiple repair shops, so I send them. I mean, if it's coming like 20 trucks here to fix them, I'm not going to be able to take 20 trucks of my trucks plus the customers plus. So what I do, I just reroute my trucks toward the other location I got, and other dealerships.
Cool. Well, it sounds like some interesting stuff. I can't wait to keep checking in with you, seeing how it's progressing, because it sounds pretty. It's enormous, the kind of stuff that you're taking on. It's ambitious. You're an ambitious guy.
Well, as to me, you have only one life. Here down here, you have only one life. And then you hope you're gonna have a good life after. You know what I'm saying? Not a bad one down there. But basically, what I think, I mean, if you are in this life and you want to make it work, you just have to work hard, try to achieve your goals.
Yeah.
And that's about, and work hard for it. The goals will never achieve if you don't work for it. Nobody's gonna come to give it to you. It's a proverb in my country: God is giving it to you, but He's not gonna put it in your pocket. You gotta work to reach out to it, to get it.
You gotta go get it. Yeah.
Go and grab it.
You are somebody who goes and gets it. If there's anybody that I know. I saw this picture on Facebook recently, blew my mind. What's going on with that?
Well, a little bit of fun, I guess.
That's awesome. Are you flying helicopters?
I'm flying helicopters and planes too. That's one thing which I want to do for a long time. This is still the helicopter picture. I'm trying to do it for a long time. And now was the time, and I got the right people, and say, okay, I'm getting my certificates.
Yeah.
The idea is to finish it. The idea is to get it for my jet, to get my license for it, so I can fly it. And helicopter, obviously,
I couldn't imagine being up there. You're from this picture right here. It looks like you're controlling the helicopter.
Yep.
I would be freaking out.
Actually, after that picture, we landed with auto rotation with engine off.
Just glide it down. How do you glide on a helicopter?
That's the most funniest part and the most nicest part of the whole flight.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, you just go down, basically just go down. That's it, and then you control it from there, from the speed. I mean, it's to me, never in my life I thought I'm gonna like physics and all of this like gravity, and for me that I always be like, well, number 4. I mean, I was the last guy in the class with the physics, but on all this, it's everything about physics.
Is there a lot of math and stuff involved in driving a helicopter?
Yeah, and everything has to go very quick through your. I mean, think about it, you got like 50 switches there, and then suddenly all of them, like all the lights coming and buzzing and and okay, what are you doing? You're going down. Figure it out.
You're gonna die if you don't get the math right. You're gonna die. That's a good way to learn math.
Yeah, I mean, when I went with the helicopter, I said, my instructor, I said this to me, I don't know if I'm gonna do the helicopter because I'm not safe. I mean, it's what I needed for my businesses. I calculate like a few nights ago. I calculated with my wife, and I get to the point that the difference between, I mean, if I go to my properties only one time a week, to my properties about businesses I'm talking about, one time a week in 1 year, just because I don't drive and I fly, I'm saving 45 daytime. I mean, 45 days of travel.
45 days is it like of gas and just of travel?
No, I calculate. So the time I say, okay, if I go from here to a certain property, it's gonna take me. It's gonna take me. Let's see, 3 hours. With the helicopter, take me 1 hour.
You're saving 45 days, like time.
45 days off in 1 year. I saved. And awesome. the fuel expenses on the helicopter, everybody thinks it's crazy. It's freaking cheap. I mean. Cheap. I mean, if I go with my car right now to one of my property, I'm probably gonna spend round trip about $180. Well, okay, it has a big engine, but it's still, it's a lot of money. With a helicopter, I'm paying $220. I mean, actually, $198. So $200. So $50 more, but I'm saving 4 hours round trip.
Yeah. Well, for someone like you, time is money too. So
money, and I told you, if I take 1 month vacation in a year, just add up another 1.5 months. That's 3 months of vacation of a year. So basically, quarter of a year, I can sit and still, save my time. But I can be more productive to my other businesses. I don't have to sit, make more money.
Excellent. All right. Well, that's fascinating stuff, man. And I appreciate you giving me the time to check in. We have likes from Adrian Nistrian and Faustino Rivera. Thank you guys for tuning in. We've got a couple people that have been tuning in on Cine Logistics. Really appreciate you guys tuning in, and thank you so much, OV, for doing this with me and just kind of checking in. And
everybody, thank you for calling me, and I'm happy that I got the time. I know you tried from Monday. This is Monday, so let everybody know this is Monday. This guy tried to get me on the camera.
I tried Monday.
I'm doing it. I can't. Let's do it 2 o'clock. Let's do it 3 o'clock. Let's do it 4 o'clock. And finally today, okay, let's do it. I want to be done this week.
Well, hopefully next Monday we'll get to do it beginning of the week, but we'll see.
Well, next Monday, let me see right now. Okay, so this is next Monday. Come on, how we do this? Okay, that's basically my schedule. Booked.
Maybe not Mondays. Maybe it'd be better to do Wednesdays.
I mean, I can do it. Probably I'm gonna do it from my phone. With you. Whatever I be.
Yeah, we can do that. Maybe
I can from 12 to 1 usually. Because I got some. I told you if you don't like to learn when you're young, you're gonna learn when you're older. So I go to school, right? So I'm gonna be able, probably lunchtime to do it one time. So we figure out.
Awesome. Okay, we'll figure it out. Nicolae Barkan and Annie Kitoe Christian.
Okay, you're in trouble. You don't know how to speak Romanian. You gotta have to learn to speak Romanian, brother.
I'm sorry, guys, for butchering your name. Thank you guys for tuning in. All right, well, we got a peek into Ovi's life and the business. Look at me, I'm getting all red from mispronouncing the name.
But I got ask Tabitha to teach you the alphabet, So.
All right. Yeah, I gotta learn. All I know is Chefach.
That's good. You know a few other words I heard you, but I'm yeah.
Well, multimask for doing this with me, and multimask to everybody.
That was good, but it's mulțumesc, but it's okay. You're close by.
So close. Multimask. All right. Well, we'll. We got a Elisa tuned in. Gave us a nice heart. She gave you the heart, of course.
Well, she better give it to me, I guess.
All right. Well, see you guys. See you later, Ovi, and see everybody who's watching. Bye.
Bye.